If you're thinking about going to college, I want you to watch this video before you do. And this is coming from a 26-year-old that had no clue if they wanted to go to college or what they wanted to do after. And I feel like I can provide some insight and hopefully help you make a decision on if you should go to college or not. So in this video, we're going to break down when you should go to college, when you shouldn't go to college, and some different things to think about when you're actually debating going to college or not. Because if you're anything like me, when I went to college, I had no clue what I wanted to do, but I knew myself. And I knew if I went to a party school or anything, I'd get sucked into that and I wouldn't be able to accomplish what I actually went to school for. I feel like that's a big step for anybody that's, 18 years old. You're thinking like, oh, I just want to go experience the college life. But for me, it was more than that. Like, I wanted to actually achieve something. I had, I'm a first generation college graduate, so it actually meant something to me. And I think that also is very important when you're debating going to college or not. If you're just going to go, I don't think that's a bright idea, but obviously you still have options and there might be reasons that you still should go to college. So let's get into those. So when you should go to college is one, if it's paid for. If you have a scholarship, academic, athletic, or any type of scholarship to actually pay for your school, by all means go. I had a partial scholarship and that really drove me into actually pursuing a college degree. And I mean, the big part with college is the price of college, because it just keeps increasing and wages aren't increasing, and the job market getting out of colleges is diabolical. You most likely won't get a job unless you're in a field that is actually looking for people and needing people to work. Another reason you might actually want to go to college is if you know what you want to do. Like if you're set on being a financial analyst, a financial advisor, or if you want to be an athletic trainer or something like that, then go to college. Obviously, some of these routes don't necessarily need a college degree, but if you know what you're going to do, then by all means go get that education and do what you're going to do. But when you're going to college too, I just want to implement that you should be networking. If you're in one of those positions where you know what you want to do, a majority of college should be spent networking. And that's arguably more important than the education itself. Get in touch with your professors, get in touch with your peers, people that are good role models and good peers, not people that'll set you back. It's important to pick and choose the right ones, and I think you'll be able to judge that based off their character and your gut. And another reason you might want to go to college is if your parents are paying for it. If they told you already, like, okay, yeah, you're good, like you can go to college if you want. By all means, go to college, enjoy your 4-year vacation, but still take it as an opportunity to network and learn about yourself more than anything. And even then, if you don't know what you want to do, go into something that's broad, something that gives you a lot of options when you get out of college. I know a lot of people that did business administration. That's a good one. Granted, you can learn a lot of this stuff now just online. I did something called health science. I was a health science major. And the reason I chose that was because I felt like that was something, if you were going to go to college, is something that you wanted to go to college for. Because that's arguably one of the harder majors to actually understand and learn if you're not in college. And if you find that your major wasn't for you, you'll end up learning about it yourself through online like YouTube or anything like that. That's how I learned to edit videos and content. That's why I even built a social media business on the side out of college. Just because I learned it myself. And a lot of that you'll learn yourself if you really want to. So don't get so caught up in what you want to do or what you think you should do. Go with something broad, something that can't be found online that will help you in the long run. Now let's get into reasons why you shouldn't go. If you have to pay for your college yourself and you have no clue what you want to do, I would recommend not going at all. Obviously, that's a pretty obvious statement, but a lot of people end up going to college when they don't even know what they want to do. And then they rack up these massive loans that they don't even know how to pay back, and they just never understood it. It's like you're being thrown into a new map without a custom class. And you have no clue where anybody's going, you have no clue what you should do or how to even work the system, and you're just blindly going through life hoping for the best. And that's not a way to go. If you don't know what you're going to do after college, or if you have to pay for college, do not go to college. Take a gap year, learn a skill, learn a trade, do something of that nature. Another reason I don't think you should go to college is if you're introverted, I feel like it's harder to actually finish college and do well in college if you're super introverted, because a lot of it is supposed to be with your peers. You're supposed to connect with them, learn with each other, and connect with your professors and people around you. And if you can't do that, then I feel like being in college is a big waste of time. Because like I said, a majority of college should be spent networking, understanding who's around you, who are good peers to be around. And that's something that I didn't necessarily know at the start, but coming out of it, that's something I wish I would have known a lot sooner. So when I went to college, I had no clue what I wanted to do, but I knew myself, and I knew if I went to a party school, I'd get sucked into that. So I chose a non-party school. It was somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And I also did have a partial scholarship to play basketball. And then my parents were going to help me with the rest. But that's all I knew about college. I didn't know the first thing about majors or minors, or even know that I had to choose the right courses myself. Even though I had already chosen my major, it wasn't going to be chosen for me, the courses that I needed. It's like I said, it's like being spawned into a new map with no classes, no setup. And it wasn't until my junior or senior year I found out that I was supposed to be taking specific classes. But luckily, I knew the major courses I needed, and that's what I did my sophomore and freshman year. But it made my college experience so much harder because I was taking like three major courses in one semester. After the fact, it did make my senior year pretty easy. Another thing I didn't know when I was entering into college was that you're still going to be taking your gen ed classes. I didn't know that. I thought when you went to college, everything was just your major and that's what you were going for. So if you're paying for your college and you still don't know what you want to do, community college is a great option. And thankfully, I didn't have to pay for my college. But if I would have known that earlier on, that your gen eds, just your basic math, your basic English, stuff that you don't even really care about but you still need to take, was required in your college classes as well, which I really think they should just get rid of because it's pointless if you already know what you want to do and you're already going to college for something else. That's neither here nor there. So go to a community college, just get your gen eds if you don't know what you want to do right now, because then later on down the line, when maybe you figure out what you want to do or you find something that you really enjoy, you already have that taken care of, and you can just go in knowing your major and the classes that you need to take during that time. Because my my senior year was very easy because that's the only classes that I had to take were my gen eds. But also I had this friend that was transferring schools. He went to one school and then by the end of the semester he went to another school, and he was super introverted. So he never ended up even accomplishing college. He just ended up dropping out after his second year and ended up racking up a lot of student loans, all for no reason. If you are going to college, understand the job market when you come out. A lot of things, especially now, if you're going to be coming out of college in 2030, a lot of the jobs will be AI. Like a lot of things will be implemented. AI will be implemented. Don't just go into a job of something that can take over your job. So I think the trades are a really great option for somebody that doesn't know what they want to do. You can make a lot of money, and a lot of people don't want to do those jobs because it's kind of looked down or frowned upon. If you're in like a middle class community, I feel like. But in reality, that's a great job to have, and it's not going to be replaced by AI or robotics anytime soon. So if your job, like data analytics, anything like that, just understand that it can and most likely will take over your job eventually. AI will take it over. And even if it doesn't happen now, it probably will happen within our lifetime. And so that's something to keep in mind. AI is a great option, but you can learn that stuff on your own. So understand that. Maybe go into like computer science or computer engineering, but I hear a lot of those jobs are hard to find out of college. But it'll give you a good foundation to understanding AI and how to work with AI. So if you know that going in, find the skills, build your portfolio for jobs coming out. And that's something I wish I would have known sooner, is actually building my portfolio or showing something that I've done. But I didn't have anything because I didn't really understand college and I didn't understand the real world. Like I was just thrown into it. And honestly, looking back at I'm really irritated because I was sold this lie that was told to me to just go to college, you'll figure it out. And even to this day, I went to college, but I still feel like I don't even have it figured out. And I don't understand where people got that idea that that's all you needed to do. And I'm even more irritated with my family, my parents, because they're all that really taught me any of this stuff. But they never taught me anything about college because they didn't even go to college themselves, but they knew in their life that that's what everybody that was smart and made good money did. But they didn't even understand anything about college, and I had to go learn that all on my own, and I didn't even know anything about college. So it just really irritated me that I didn't have anybody to look up to or ask questions about that, and so I had to navigate that all myself, and I ended up finding my own way. But even then, I still feel like college was a huge waste of time for me, because now I'm not even doing what I did as a major. What I'm doing now is like medical devices and stuff like that. So it did help me in that aspect, but it's not even something I really enjoy. Like this is not where I see myself for the rest of my life. So do what you want with that information, but Just understand that if you don't know what you want to do and you don't have anybody helping you or helping you understand how college works, it is tough. And it is, some days you'll be in there in college and wondering like, well, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't even know why I'm here, but I just know I have to finish. And that's the whole reason I even finished college, was because my parents were paying for it. They said that that's what they really wanted me to do. So I was like, okay, I can finish. Like, there was nothing stopping me. So I ended up finishing. And I'm not mad that I did finish, but I'm more mad that I feel like I wasted my time going to college. Because the job I have now, I probably could have done even not going to college. So I feel like that kind of set me back, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I've tried so many different things. You know, I was a personal trainer for a little bit. I interned as a trainer, and that's what I thought I wanted to do, but I didn't think I loved it enough to continue, and the money wasn't good. So then I got into working in a hospital, and I absolutely hated the hospital. So then I started working at a hardware store, just because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. And then eventually I got into some technical work and IT work, and that was working all right. But again, I just felt soulless doing that stuff. And then eventually I moved and switched jobs every couple years, like 1 to 2 years. I'd switch 2 jobs, increased my money, and then built a foundation, started my own business. And then eventually I failed at my business and didn't know still what I wanted to do. And I eventually ended up getting with this medical device company, which I'm so thankful for, because they have a lot of good benefits. They're a great company, and there's a lot of opportunity within this company. So that's where I plan to stay for the foreseeable future. It's not something, at least this job right now, is not something that I see myself doing forever, but I feel like it's a good starting point into projecting me into these next phases of my life and what I actually want to do. But anyways, I hope this video taught you all something. Thank you for watching, and if you stayed till the end, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I want to provide as much information as I can to anybody here, anything that I've learned, and hopefully relay that information to you guys so you don't make the same mistakes I did. I appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.